What's up everyone? Today I've got an in-depth guide on proxies for education and EdTech data collection in 2020. Whether you're a complete beginner or you've been doing this for a while, I guarantee you'll pick up some valuable insights. Let's get right into it. The education and EdTech sector generates massive amounts of data across course platforms, university websites, scholarship databases, and academic repositories. Proxies enable systematic collection of this data for market research, competitive analysis, and building education-focused products. Let's start with why EdTech companies need proxy-based data collection. The education market is projected to reach $400 billion by 2020. Companies in this space need data for competitive pricing analysis to monitor how competitors price their courses and certifications. Course content monitoring to track what topics and skills are trending across platforms. Enrollment and demand analysis to understand which programs attract the most students. Scholarship and funding tracking to aggregate financial aid opportunities. And academic research aggregation to collect published papers, citations, and research trends. For the types of education data you can collect, there are several categories. Course platforms like Coursera, Udemy, edX, and Skillshare have course titles, descriptions, pricing, ratings, enrollment numbers, and instructor information. University websites have program offerings, admission requirements, tuition fees, faculty directories, and research output. Job training platforms have certification programs, bootcamp curricula, career outcomes, and employer partnerships. And academic databases have research papers, citation counts, author networks, and publication trends. For proxy strategy in education data collection, most education platforms have moderate anti-bot protection. Residential proxies provide the best balance of reliability and cost. For academic databases that require institutional access, you may need proxies from specific geographic regions. Rotate proxies to distribute requests and avoid rate limits. And use geo-targeted proxies to access region-specific educational content and pricing. Some practical applications. For course price monitoring, EdTech companies track competitor pricing across regions and course categories. Prices often vary by country, so geo-targeted residential proxies are essential for accurate price intelligence. For skills gap analysis, by scraping course descriptions, job listings, and certification requirements, companies can identify emerging skills gaps and create courses to fill them. For scholarship aggregation, platforms like Scholarship.all and FastWeb aggregate thousands of scholarships from various sources. Building a similar database requires systematic scraping of university financial aid pages and scholarship provider websites. And for academic trend analysis, researchers and EdTech companies track publication trends to identify emerging fields and in-demand expertise areas. Some best practices. Respect robots.txt on educational institution websites. Implement reasonable rate limits since education websites often have limited server capacity. Cache results aggressively as course and program information changes infrequently. Be mindful of student data privacy and avoid collecting personal student information. And consider reaching out for API access since many education platforms offer partner or researcher APIs. Now for some frequently asked questions. What proxies work best for scraping course platforms? Residential proxies with geo-targeting work best. Course platforms like Coursera and Udemy show different prices and content by region, so you need proxies from each target market. Data center proxies may work for less protected platforms. Is it legal to scrape educational websites? Scraping publicly available course listings, pricing, and program information is generally acceptable. Avoid scraping student data, copyrighted course content, or information behind login walls without permission. Always check each site's terms of service. How often should I update education data? Course pricing and availability changes weekly on major platforms. Program listings at universities typically change seasonally. Scholarship deadlines are date-sensitive and should be monitored daily during application seasons. And academic publications should be checked weekly or monthly depending on the field. Can I scrape academic papers in full text? Scraping full text of copyrighted academic papers raises legal concerns. Scraping metadata like titles, abstracts, authors, and citation counts is generally acceptable. For full text access, consider using APIs from platforms like Semantic Scholar or Chorophef. Alright, that's everything for today on proxies for education and EdTech data collection. We covered a lot of ground, and I really hope this gives you the foundation you need to move forward confidently. Don't forget to check out our other guides at dataresearchtools.com for more in-depth content on related topics. Until next time, take care and happy browsing.